All right. Good evening, Bray.
Hey, it's a Monday again. Hope you
And
had a good weekend, man.
it is now officially Rocktober.
Right, it is. They used to call it what? Uptober? I don't know.
Yeah, that's last year. It was all October, and as soon as you started calling that, everything hit the fan.
That's right. That's right.
That's
No
about the last
October.
time we had an uptime at all. So no, it's
Yep.
not that bad. But no, we had fun last October, but let's just call it Rocktober.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it has turned sharply into fall. I've got two layers on. It's 51 degrees outside and 59
Oh.
in the house, but I refuse to turn the heat on.
Oh yeah. You got to get it. Yeah, it's got to get down there. You got to enjoy the transfer over.
I,
Transfer
t-
from.
I told them this, the kids, this is going to be a long, hard winter. You just got to toughen up right now.
Yeah, show them what Europe's about to go through, man. Say, come
Yeah,
on. This is
that's
it.
right. There are
We're,
freezing children in Europe. It used to be
that's,
there's starving kids in China. Eat
that's
your
right.
peas. Now there's freezing kids in Europe.
It's
Put a
it.
sweater on.
That's all good. But yes, we got an awesome auction going on. We got a
We
royal
do, we
and a
do.
princess.
There they are. 4 minutes to
Yeah,
go.
that's
You got a
right.
gold DMT, Fiji, a horse, uh, Burkina Faso, and a cheetah. Some
Mm.
good stuff there. Let me refresh those and see who's bidding on these things.
Buenas noches, Marisha. How are
Looking
you?
good.
Yes, hello. Everybody's saying hi. Hello, hello, George. That's right. Happy Monday. Thank you, thank you. And yes, good evening to you. Thank you.
Here we go. The gold,
Yeah.
785 on the gold. Fiji coming in at 4,500.
Oh,
The horse at 389.
that's a good price.
Uh, Burkina Faso at 1355 and
Ooh,
483 for the cheetah on the end.
good one for a royal. Look at
Let's
that.
get it. Let's get after. You want to read off these real quick, Fiji?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get in there myself here. You got Fiji first? Is that what you got? Okay.
I got Fiji.
South Pacific Ocean, an archipelago. It's made up of 333 islands, but just two of those islands, Viti Levu and Vanu Levu, are we laughing over here. Are
Yes.
home to 87% of the population, which stands at about 900,000. Okay, that's not that that's cool. That's an island though. Around 90% of the country is water, and scuba divers and snorkelers have nicknamed Fiji the soft coral capital of the world, encompassing more than 400 square kilometers of brilliantly colored reef gardens. On land, tropical forests grow on an inactive volcanoes. Wow, all kinds of volcanoes over there. All sporting roads leads to the rugby union in Fiji. Its men's team is ranked ninth in the world, and the sports mad nation has about 80,000 registered rugby players, around 1 in 10 people. They love
Yeah.
rugby in Fiji, Tim.
Yes. Of course they
Yeah.
do.
And now Burkina Faso, West Africa, landlocked. It's not just on the inner part of Africa. Burkina Faso's name translates as "land of the honest men." Come on now, while Ouagadougou, its capital city,
Come on.
apologies for that, my fault, is a French adaptation of the native name Wogadojo, something like that, meaning where people get honor and respect. Home to an unusual geological formation, the Sindhu Peaks, one of the country's most mesmerizing sites, formed millions of years ago. These unique sand cones were once underwater. Over the years, the elements have polished and shaped the rocks into their iconic shapes. All right, very cool. Burkina Faso.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
man,
fancy.
that is
So
fancy.
yeah, we got 1 minute and a half. Minute and a half. Good job on those names.
It's
I
tough.
know
I
they're.
know.
I know they're tough.
I was glad you read them the other day. That was a good one, man. You had like a
Oh,
whole.
I'm glad you had just as much success today. But yeah, here we go. Fast gas people coming up on a minute. 785 now.
Yeah.
4,500 for Princess. 1355 for Burkina.
Mm.
And 385 for the Cheetah. 389 is the steal of the night right there. The horse front and center.
We're
Come on,
getting
people,
close
make it happen.
to going over 5 million bee hunting too, Tim, in the Dow Treasury up there.
I
That's
see
nice.
that. I see that.
Yeah.
That's nice up there.
Yep. It's rolling in. It's not. It is good. Every one of these auctions. That's why it's great when you see these royals. They bring in a nice pretty penny there.
You gotta love that.
Good for the whole ecosystem. Hello. How's it going, Steve? Yes. Monday night B auctions. And that is a lot of islands in Fiji. Beautiful place though. M2 Hat Girl, how are you? Good evening to you. Yes. No, it is. We're rocking this auction. It's been going on, and we're more than a third way through now, right, Tim? Where were we with the auction? Yeah,
123 out of 380.
Yeah.
Yep. Rolling right along. 10 seconds to go. I hope you clicked that button already. Usually nobody gets in there after 10 seconds, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see who squeaks it out. 1 second to go.
13,650. Wow, what a deal.
That is a steal and a half.
Oh, look, Fiji.
No movement on Fiji. Come on, people.
Yep. That's still
gotta be in there. I'm gonna refresh it again.
Some of these princesses going for like 3,500. That's a little bump up. Fiji's out there. Got a lot of islands, like Steve said.
Yeah, well, scuba divers paradise.
Yeah.
Hats
it is beautiful. The blue waters. I was looking at it. It's an amazing place. Yeah.
Let's see if it let's see if we get any final numbers.
Yeah,
13,650, nice, and 389
for a nice horse.
I think Gold DMT was the only one that bumped since I refreshed the first
That's the
time.
lowest one I've ever seen. It's under 1,000 for the lowest.
Yeah. And I like this face too. This face on the tin miner hat there.
Yeah, what do they call that? The Chuck Norris? Not Chuck Norris. What's the guy?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. That's my bad.
Express.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris didn't smoke cigars. No, it's Clint Eastwood. You're right.
Oh. But yeah, some good stuff there. So we got some news. You want me to do some news first?
Yeah, you got news, man.
I got a couple of things that I thought were interesting. The U.S. Senator introduces a No Digital Dollar Act to prohibit the Treasury and the Fed from interfering with Americans using paper currency.
Good for them.
I know we don't like to talk about the fiat, but this part of the fiat is like the most useful part, where you can go and spend your money the way you want to spend your money without anybody knowing all about that. I think right now we know that, if you go out and spend 10 grand, that business has to report that they took in $10,000 worth of cash from somebody. We don't like money laundering and all that kind of stuff, but we don't want to be tracked, whether we're buying big gulps or, anything else. We don't want to be tracked at that level, right?
Yeah.
They talk about crazy things that can happen when you're doing that. Like I said, if somebody's overweight and they go, oh, well, you really shouldn't be buying big gulps, so we're gonna, limit your currency and stuff. We don't need to get into all that, but the freedom.
But that you're right. That's what
the freedom that comes with having your own cash in your own pocket is definitely invaluable. So
who's that senator? Senator Langford? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Senator James Langford from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Says his people have contacted him and they want to keep the currency, cash.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, even too with the, imagine that with the food, you're a little overweight, your insurance premium, they're gonna boost it up. You're on the phone and they're like, oh no, your policy says that you can't have pepperoni pizza, Tim.
That's right.
You need mushrooms and peppers. There you go. Or we're gonna raise your premium. So I mean, yeah, that's where it can get, it gets a little wacky there, man.
Yeah, it could. So nobody wants that kind of thing, and that's why we love DeFi.
That's why we love DeFi. It is. That's why, I mean, any of this stuff, that's why, when any of that, so obviously this CBDC stuff is going to be created. It's going to happen. These are the banks, these are the institutions. They're going to get their little hands in all that stuff. Right. But hopefully there's always that choice, right? You get that choice of either going and staying centralized or being more about freedom with the DeFi and the decentralization of all that stuff. Right.
Well, I think what would happen, honestly, is that, you have Bitcoin and Ethereum and, M2. People will just choose other things to deal in rather than, using the native currency. And if it's a digital dollar, they'll find other ways to make transactions under the table with, other currencies and all this kind of stuff. I was thinking when I was reading this before, I've never been to the dark web. They say there's a dark web and all that kind of stuff. I've never been there. Right. And, but if it comes down to the fact that, the digital dollar is too controlling and stuff like that, I'll find another way to transact and go get my big gulp a different way.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's cool is we've been in it like 2-3 years, some of us longer, but we're already on the other side of the fence, man. These other ones, that's what they're going to have to do with their fiat dollars. They're going to be forced or pushed into this. We've already jumped over the fence, so we're over here with our decentralized wallets, and we're doing what we could do. So when they have to trade in whatever their fiat, whatever they want to price that at, right? They're going to price it in fiat dollars. We're over here holding Ethereum or M2 or all these other assets. You can't really force the price on that. So like I said, we're on the other side of the fence already. That's what I'm glad we've been, doing.
Well, we know what they're doing to the regular cash dollar, so we don't want them doing that at the push of a button to the digital dollar either. Yeah. And controlling the supply and demand of that, we don't need any of that. But it just ends up, while the Federal Reserve is working on the digital dollar, the chairman said that the central bank digital currency will take a couple of years, and we'll be looking at it very carefully and evaluating both the policy issues and the technology issues. And we're doing that with a very broad scope. Mm-hmm. So, but I think we both know that they've been working on it for some time. So it's not several years from now, but they'll say we've been working on this since.
Well, yeah, like we just said, I just said with Australia. I mean, they got theirs coming out in next summer, right? They've been doing it. Yes. So appreciate you too, Steve. Yeah, thank you. Energizer B auction. That's right. Yep, thank you.
The other one I took a quick look at was the feds are coming for your metaverse from Axie Infinity to Bored Apes. Ooh. So we know that the metaverse, especially Meta, Facebook changed their name to Meta and sunk billions of dollars into it already, so much so that they lost $4 billion already last year on the metaverse. But the feds are looking at that, especially GameFi platforms like Axie Infinity, big time games. Google, Microsoft, and Nike also have big metaverse splashes. Historical activity. This is just a little bit of the historical activity of the number of users on Axie Infinity. So it's calmed down a little bit, but I think this was November 21. I think you were saying that a lot of people were making their money during the pandemic on Axie Infinity because they could play to earn. And so while the economy was shut down, Axie Infinity was wide open. And so they were needing to play to make some money. So that helped out a lot of people when it did. But a lot of things.
Philippines. That's in the Philippines. That's what they were doing, right?
Yep. A lot of things touched on in here, including the anti-money laundering, which we talked about on the last one. They want to be sure that inside these games, people aren't just shuffling around to hide stuff. I mean, nobody wants that. You don't want to do that in cash either, and that's why they have those rules in place. But there's risks associated with operating in the metaverse. So there's a ton of places, like I was just saying, to hide out and do bad things. So they need to keep track of it. And we've been saying this for regulation all along, but we obviously don't need it overregulated or regulated out of existence, right? If the playing field becomes too challenging to work anything out, then nobody's going to innovate there.
Right.
Then what was the last piece that here it is. Looking ahead towards a decentralized future. Yes. The metaverse is all set up to reshape our lives, whether we like it or not. Ultimately, the move fast and break things ethos of technology development is alive and well, and history has shown that founders move much faster than regulators can keep up with. But it's crucial for regulators to step up and take proactive steps to allow for innovation to flourish without causing catastrophic financial damage. Yep. So again, I love that line that developers can work faster than regulators.
Yes.
So they'll keep at it, but if they just keep slamming them after that, that's no good for anybody.
Yep.
But, I'll leave that up. I'll leave it up to you, Ray.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I'm just doing. Yeah, thanks, Steve. And we'll be doing, like I said, once a week, doing more crypto education. A lot of times we've been breaking it up, doing news one day, crypto education, and I think we've been doing Tool Tuesday. What you call it, Tim?
Tooltip Tuesday.
Tooltip Tuesday. That's right. So yeah, we're keep motoring along. Thanks,
Yeah,
Steve.
there it is, official, Ray.
Yeah.
Same
Yep.
as before. Very nice.
Right. So
Nice auction.
yeah. Let me share.
What do you got, bud?
I got some stuff, man. Oh, hold on. There we go. Entire screen. Bam. So starting off, NFT monthly sales top 947 million as Solana gains ground on Ethereum. So this is 1 month. This is best just September, just this past month. 947 million in sales on both Solana and ETH. And there's some little off the the path ones that is not at Solana Ethereum, but that's mainly where you're starting to see a lot of this NFT stuff going on, right? So it from last year though, it's down 82% from January's highs, right?
Right.
So it's been a big pullback, but that's not a bad thing. I'll talk about almost $1 billion in value in 1 month for just NFTs, for something that people kind of laugh and make jokes like it's not something to be kind of dialed in on, right? All in all, 947 million worth of NFT trade volume was recorded in September, and that's on DApp Radar. You can check all this stuff out. June was the last month that it was $1 billion mark. So it was only a few months ago, and they were hitting the $1 billion. That's what they were, a few like I said, back in January, November. You're talking about $3 billion a month, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. But that is something to take a look at. Solana, it's kind of gaining on Ethereum, where people are doing some NFT and big launches. I'm trying to look for where the one it's a popular one that just launched over there. And here it is. Projects like Utes, the Utes. Thanks to the projects the Utes and ABC. You ever heard of them?
ABC, the network.
No, I don't think so. Here, I'll click on it. No, but I'm just saying. I was wondering. It's this right here. Oh, Magic. Remember, we've been talking about Magic Eden, right? So
sure.
Even Magic Eden is going, and they're going to be called Magic Ethan, right? Because they're going to go to Ether or Magic Ether, because they're also going to be building over here. But this is the ABC project right here. So you can see a little different, and cartoon crayons, man.
Gotta love that. Gotta put those kids to work.
You do. Hey, I think we could make something like that, Tim.
I'm inspired.
I am inspired. I want to make some.
Between those and Gary V's V friends, hey, we can have at it.
Hey, and nobody's over here making fun. We're just commenting. It's all good. I'm sure it's a great project. Just don't know much about it. But yeah, that's the ABC and the Utes. Let's take a look at the Utes. I
gotta wait. Hold on. We have a Kim Kardashian alert. I have to put this up because did you hear about Kim Kardashian?
No.
She got sued, fined $1.6 million for pumping a crypto stock without saying that she was getting the kickback.
Oh.
So I just put the little ticker up there that we're here for entertainment.
Kickbacks from ABC.
This is not financial advice. And Ray, you getting paid?
I'm not getting paid from
not getting paid from any of these projects. We do own a lot of bees. We're in it like everybody else, but we're not getting kickbacks.
Oh, look, Ariel, Guatemala City, pollinating. He's on the move, traveling. I think I saw pictures of you traveling today. So awesome, Ariel. Welcome. Let me jump back in there, man. Oh, there's Gunner. He's liking the ABCs and the NFTs too.
Who let the dog out?
Yes, that's where you're getting a lot of push too. So Solana and all those other ones are helping out big time for NFTs, and that's what everybody wants is kind of choice, different places that they want to launch. Doesn't always have to be on Ethereum, because I know that's why everybody chooses that one anyway. Solana, there's barely any gas fees, man. So pretty cool. The other thing, we all know Time Magazine, right? But Time Magazine, the president on NFT haters. I don't understand the politicizing of technology. So, I don't know. Time Magazine, they've been around for a while. I know that they were kind of, on the slide, and that's kind of what he was saying. That's why they got into NFTs. They were kind of just, not doing anything really for the past 10 years. Nobody was really paying attention, and really nobody's buying magazines, man. But this actual them jumping into Web3 has been a real big thing where they're helping out. We are really rehabilitating a brand that was neglected for 10 years. That's what the president of Time Magazine said. And he's talking about until COVID created national isolation and even deeper dependency on the internet. That's why, and as you see that with a lot of people, even working from home now, this has been a big change for Time Magazine, because I'm looking, here it is. But what had percolating for years finally solidified for Grossman when the Nyan cat, a viral GIF of a rainbow farting feline with the body of a Pop-Tart. You know the one, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen it.
300 ETH, man. February 2021. That's when they really started dialing in and like, what's going on over there? So you see these NFTs as a business opportunity. He also sees parallels between memes and NFTs. We know how successful memes are. That thing, you can get a whole message in a meme, and it kind of sometimes bigger than a news thing, right? Because it's so.
That's the oldest saying ever: is a picture's worth 1,000 words.
It is because you can, and it, like, just like that, you have somebody's attention, they're sharing it, it's viral. That's the beauty of all this stuff. So the cover of Time, the red border for 99 years has been a meme. He said, calling Time's cover an analog meme, and it's what he's saying, right? Did you have something? I didn't know if you were.
No, I agree. I loved it when he came out with turning all the covers of Time Magazine into NFTs. I thought that was brilliant.
Yep. So now that's what he's saying. About a year later, Time has made over $10 million in profit from its NFTs alone. So just from that, kind of really helped bring that back for Time Magazine, because they really were. I mean, it was kind of obsolete, man. People were making all kinds of Time covers, and it was nobody was paying attention. So now they get into Web3, and he's just like he's saying, he doesn't understand. While I just said up there is why they're politicizing of technology. Because it says for both. This is for anybody, right? And that's the beauty of this Web3 and NFTs. Whether you're an artist, whether you have a way of using NFTs for all kinds of the ways that where you can fill in where businesses kind of have kind of these difficult parts, right? So it's just neat to see that it helped companies that have been around for like I said, almost 100 years. Kind of get them out of the depths, right?
Yep.
So how worried are this is I thought this was funny. It's kind of just a funny thing. We were just looking at a convention coming up in next spring, Tim. Well,
March.
there's a big Dev Con coming up in Bogota, right? In Colombia, right? So it's about to set off, and a lot of the devs get a little worried, Tim. And I'm just why do you think they're getting worried? Any reason?
I don't know, because they're used to walking around with their hard wallet in their pocket, and they don't want to get robbed.
Well, yeah, Colombia is a tough place, right next to Venezuela, Tim, right there. I think even Janet's around here. She can pop in, she'll tell you. But this guy that tweeted, right? Having thousands of rich ETH holders all fly to Bogota for Ethereum Dev Con with their nerdy unicorn t-shirts and their private keys on their laptops and phones and USB devices must be the stupidest thing the Ethereum Foundation has ever done. And that's saying a lot. I mean, again, I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's funny because you're talking about that because you go down to another tweet. This is what she is saying, and she lives there. She lives in Bogota. Right. Avoid looking like an easy target, wearing expensive jewelry, bringing all your cash with you in your pocket, carrying your laptop if you know you're going to be walking around all day, walking around with your iPhone in your back pocket or hand, wearing crypto clothes, right? Don't wear no crypto clothes because, that is exactly what they're looking at. Here it is with the Solana engagement engineer team got robbed at Bogota airport. They were wearing Solana merch. Think ETH devs should value safety for bringing no crypto stuff at all. And you're talking about picking up a new laptop, and that's it. Just be careful. That is true. It's something that you don't think. I did that. And I'm not anything like with these guys. I'm just saying I brought a brand new laptop when I went out to Arizona, and Arizona's, it's the US, but you think of that kind of stuff. We all talk about, safety and security and stuff like that. That's a lot where you can, you need to start thinking about that, even with hard wallets, anything like where you have the big amounts on your crypto wallets. You might want to, have that thought, right, and look into some of that. Because
when are you going to do that Oculus review for us, Ray?
Oculus, I know I haven't done much with the Oculus.
You did the fancy folder thing a couple times now, and we're waiting for the review.
I did. I got to get back in there because I got kind of preoccupied with the Zoom cash. I'm sitting there blown away that I can go to Walgreens and get into crypto now. So I've been trying out and looking at all kinds of different stuff. We might have something else kind of cool, another, just something other, to look at. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So, that, like I said, I just thought that was interesting. So another thing, following up on this merge, right? Everything that happened with Ethereum. Mm-hmm. You're hearing a lot of this stuff, and a lot of this talk is saying Ether staking is too difficult. Community members claim, and if you really look into it, because I wanted to do a step-by-step of people doing, this. I know it does take 32 ETH, so that's quite a bit of money, like 50 grand. So, and that's around, I'm just kind of throwing out, it's around that number. So $50,000, and then staking it, if you want to run, a node and do this and validate blocks, it's pretty complicated. And that's what this guy's saying is the Ethereum community likes to sugarcoat usability, but it's healthier to just admit this isn't for everyone yet. Right. So if you go and look at it, like I looked at it myself, I was thinking about doing it. Not like I couldn't, go ahead and kind of, figure it out. It is. It's not as easy as you would, think. I know there's an easy way if you kind of do it together. I think Coinbase, a lot of places do it where you're kind of putting it together, right? But if you really wanted to do this and kind of run your own, it's kind of there's a lot to it. It's a little pretty technical, and that's all this article is talking about, right? So it's just something. I mean, this is you're talking about. It's supposed to be this decentralized place, but I mean, only a few of smart people that are, like I said, and then the big places like Coinbase are really doing it right now. This is another one. Bitcoin Lightning Network capacity strikes 5,000 Bitcoins. So just less than 4 months ago, they were only hitting 4,000. So this network is really making Bitcoin, starting to be pretty, good with transactions, man. Because again, if you look at Bitcoin, that's why we always talk about it being a store of value. It was never where you're kind of just, doing all these transactions and kind of, using it for that. That's why, you don't see DeFi and all that kind of stuff on any of the Bitcoin blockchain. But this Lightning Network is starting to help out with transactions and making it a lot faster with lower fees. So pretty cool. More capacity on the network. And, that makes more liquidity is on hand. So that's great stuff. You're starting to see a lot of things being built for all kinds of different blockchains. Layer 2s, like we had a presentation, I think a week or two. That is a very, it's a something to keep an eye on, right? It's definitely a space that's going to be really moving and building. So it's a good one. Another one I really like, Tim, is the Moonbirds DAO to launch with 2.6 million in Ethereum NFTs from Kevin Rose proofs, right? Kevin Rose's proof. So this is another one to keep an eye on, right? If you remember the Moonbirds, Yep. They did. They came
out of the gate pretty hot and heavy
in the spring, man. Yeah. Yep. So it was a good one to take a look at. And what's cool is it's the Moonbirds DAO will allow owners of Moonbirds and upcoming Moonbirds mythic NFTs to join and participate. Sounds kind of familiar, Tim. Moonbirds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But this Moonbirds say proof is allocating a total of 2.6 million into the DAO, 2 million in ETH, 100,000 in Moonbirds from Proof Treasury, approximately 7 Moonbirds, 500K in Moonbird purchases. So they're going to be buying 37 more Moonbirds, and it's all going to be within that DAO. But again, any of these NFTs you're going to start
They're
seeing,
sweeping the floor. Is that what they call that?
I guess yes, that's right. Sweeping the floor and then putting it in the treasury. And as you know, these floors go up, and everything comes back flowing into crypto. You know, these prices, you know, going to go up, and that's going to be a great treasury going on for the Moonbirds, right?
Sure.
But yeah, man, it's just it's like I said, you're starting to see this with a lot NFT projects. If you did, I might drop this link in there, but read through it. Like I said, you'll see again. What's awesome about the bees is again we're ahead of this curve. Already have this DAO. Already have our own token, and you know, there's a lot of ways. Got an auction that goes on that fills the treasury. You know, got starting to have projects where we're working with and doing things. You know, where we're moving bee honey and doing things like that. But it's awesome, man, to kind of start seeing how all these projects are moving in this way, and we're kind of already there and doing it, right? So
absolutely.
Cool, yep. Let me see. Oh, last one. Oh, no, I didn't do it. I had I wanted to put Elon Musk here. Hold on. Elon.
What did he say now?
He's doing polls, man. He's doing a poll because it's funny. He's got ideas. He's awesome, man. He's coming up with ideas on how to fix the Russian Ukraine mess. And I don't know if where it is. Okay. So that's what he's talking about here. Let's try this then. The will of the people who live in Donbas and Crimea should decide whether they're part of Russia or Ukraine. Let them decide. So he's got a lot of polls up. He's also, like I said, got a lot of other things on. Here's his ideas of the Russian-Ukraine peace treaty, and he's just throwing bullet points, man. I don't think it's that crazy. You know, it's not. Why not start to kind of let's try to fix stuff and you know, bring people together and not kind of just stick more you know, more fuel on the fire, right?
Yeah.
So just saying.
Hey, over to the right, you can see the Kim Kardashian. She can pay 1.3 million to the SEC.
All right. Kim will pay 1.3 million just because she didn't mention that, huh?
Yep. Touting a crypto token without disclosing she was being paid for the promotion.
Oh man. Yeah, that ain't no joke, man. There you go. That's it. Yep. News all the time, Tim. That's why we do all this kind of stuff, right? It's not a joke that we got these things scrolling and we're always saying. Also, too, about advising. We're not financial advisors. That's not what we do. We're just kind of, you know, giving you news going across the way. And you know, sometimes we might get into it. It doesn't mean that you should. You know, everybody makes their own choices. Everybody does their own research. That's why we talk about DYOR. Do your own research. It's important. Oh, look at here.
We all know that if Ray gives you a link, Ray's getting paid.
That's right. That's right. If it's a link, and it does, I'll have my name on the end, and it is that there is. Hey, and there are some. I know I was doing it with Ledger, right? Because I do use Ledger, and it's a safe one.
Well, we did that, and we did it with the CoinZoom too.
Yeah.
That CoinZoom's a $5 referral or whatever it was. You know, it's nothing crazy, but
yeah, M2, we're making it there. Thank you. Appreciate that, M2 Hat Girl. And yes, Ariel, you are awesome. More bees for Guatemala. Oh, yeah, that's right. Guatemala. He is awesome. And we found it. So yeah, you tried, Steve? Oh, that's okay. That is. I looked into it too. It was, like I said, there's a lot of little, you know, steps. Not like we couldn't, you know, all figure it out. But again, you're talking about 32 ETH. I wouldn't want to make a mistake, right? That's all I look at is that kind of stuff like that. And Will, what are you talking about? What's we go? What is that, Will? First quarter, perhaps? I'm not sure, Will. I know. I don't know. So I know what kind of you're looking with the, you know, Opus and that app, right? It's I'm looking forward to it, Will. Yeah, I like WeGo.
well, we're officially into the fourth quarter now. So
is it?
Here we go.
Oh
yeah, we're in October, November, December.
October.
Yeah, exactly. This is
who knows though. I listened to the FOMO Head show on Twitter and Austin and all them today. Yeah, they were going off, man. I was like, oh no, what's going on with the world? Because they were talking about we talked about the Credit Suisse, that bank.
Sure.
That's rough, man. You know, that's like 4 times as big as Lehman Brothers when all that stuff happened, Tim. Woo! Yeah. They're talking trillions of dollars.
Yeah,
That's rough, man.
there's some panicking people out there. There's some people scared of a lot of things going on. So
Yes. Yeah. Well, the world, I mean, there is stuff, but I mean, again, I kind of been trying to tell people this the whole time. That's why, again, we've been, getting over into this space. We all seriously, what's going to happen. That is going to kind of really, really, it's going to stop, man. I mean, they'll still have this dollar. Hopefully, that guy, we can still use cash and fiat and do all that stuff, but man, it is going to transfer over to this, Tim. I mean, there's no way around it, man. And I don't know who knows how painful that is, right? You're talking about upgrading money, man.
well, yeah. I mean, change is always traumatic
Yes.
for everyone, especially when it comes to your bank account. So, we obviously keep talking about the regulation and everything like that. We want to see that play out. Obviously, we want it to be forward thinking and very beneficial for creation or development of crypto and how that works inside society and all that stuff. But nobody wants them to just say, okay, if you're going to go digital, here's your CBDC and don't use anything else. That
Right.
only causes for destruction of creativity and all the other stuff goes underground then, and then people don't want to play there. It's going to make people crazy.
Well, and then control, like you said. I mean, that's
right. There's the control, so then people will follow it underground. Then people will be saving the cash, even though it's worthless. People still be trading in cash, thinking that it's worth. It's just going to make for a very painful exchange. So you gotta think of a way that it's not so painful for people to transition and accept, what's going on.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Man.
Sounds good, bud. All right, so we're coming back tomorrow night, about 24 hours with the new auction. How many royals are we gonna have tomorrow night?
I don't know. I think you get another one. I think we've been dry. I know we just had one, but it's been dry.
Yeah.
I think there's only so much where we're going to be having maybe at least every other day, Tim. I mean,
yeah.
Royals have been, they need to start rolling out. I think we might start seeing two or three.
Start turning up the heat.
And even a Princess US. I mean, I don't even know what other countries haven't came out, but we haven't seen a US anything. That'll be a nice day. I think I will look at least at Princess. I don't know about a Royal.
Well, I mean, it's sad that there's so many out here that I had no idea what they were, who they were. Burkina Faso, never heard of that before tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm learning a lot watching this, where places are,
I know,
what's going on.
And we're reading about it and all these, like that one. I mean, I've never, it's pretty much on the Horn Central type Africa, but yeah, me either, man. Oh yeah. Look at Will. There you go. No Japanese, even princesses, Will? No, there hasn't been. I don't think so. I think you're right.
I thought we had one Japan princess.
Huh?
I think so.
I don't know,
but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe that's right. Maybe tonight.
That's right. Tune back in an hour, and we'll all.
That's right. But keep an eye on it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be good stuff, man. I love that auction.
Yes. Nothing gets better than, as we know from the nightly stuff, all the action happens towards the end. So we're getting deep into this one. So there's going to be exciting things happening coming out. So we're having fun doing it. So we'll be back again tomorrow night. We'll have some fun. I'll see you then, right?
Thank you. See you, Tim.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.